World poverty is going to be an anchor around your neck your entire working career. Better think about it. Next issue you're going to be confronted with: an uncertain government that does not have a common strategy for the future, a common vision for the future. And one of the things I want to talk about with you all, because you all are going to graduate from college. Well, I'm not talking about these old guys in here. I'm talking about you youngsters. One of these days you're going to graduate from college. And you're going to need first a job and second a career. You better damn well get yourself prepared today, because it's very, very competitive out there. And if you think you're going to muck along taking courses and get some good grades and graduate without having a clear purpose of who you are, what you are, where you're going, and why you're doing it, and attack it, you are not going to be successful. I'll tell you about businesses. And when I say this, everybody in this room is going to cringe. People who run businesses don't give a damn about you. What they care about is how much money you're going to make the company, because at the end of the day, they answer to the shareholders. One of our big problems in this country, because we do everything quarter to quarter to quarter to quarter to quarter to quarter, and don't think strategically enough. I sit in boardrooms, I go to businesses, I have meetings with people, and we spend hours developing a strategic plan for the business. And we have people in a room that can articulate with great vision risk management, category opportunities, market share discovery, acquisitions. What do you do to grow the business? Blah, 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 blah. How many of you have a strategic mission statement for yourself? Anybody? One guy back there, one guy here. Why don't you? Are you letting life happen? Or are you taking charge and saying, I think this is what I want to do. I think this is who I want to be. Here's what I got to do to get there. You know, I have not had one original idea in my life. Not one. I'm really proud of that. Not one original idea. But I'll tell you what I do. I'm really, 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 really interested in best practices in every aspect of my life. I want to know who it's doing better than me, and I want to learn about it, and I want to out-execute everybody. Because if you don't have imagination to be first, you can be the best damn second on the face of the earth. I had an interesting opportunity. I was on a group that was thinking about buying, I forgot to start this clock. What did I show you? You know, we got 25 minutes up here and I've already screwed this up.
I'll take care of you, Ed.
All right. Everybody needs somebody. Got the point? I'm in a meeting in Miami talking to Pizza Hut, or to Burger King. We're doing all the due diligence to see if we want to buy the company. The sales price was $5 billion. We get done with the due diligence, and I say this thing's worth maybe $1.1 billion. They sold it for $900 million, by the way. We chose not to bid on it. I'll tell you why we chose not to bid on it. You ready for this? I'm sitting with the head of product development, which is something I did at McDonald's. And I said, you need to explain something to me. You don't have anybody in your company that can spell croissant. You don't have anybody that can say it. You don't have anybody that can bake it. And you're selling it in Pizza Hut for breakfast. Have any of you people ever been to Europe to know what a croissant? How many of you have eaten a croissant in France? How come you haven't been there? You hate French people? Just checking. I said, why don't you do biscuits? Why don't you do muffins? Just like McDonald's does. He said, what are you talking about? He said, we don't want to do anything like McDonald's. Congratulations, you succeeded. What an idiot. If you do exactly what McDonald's does, what happens? You're number two. You might even become number one. Name the number 3 cola in the United States. First. Number 2. Wrong. Number 3. Okay. Coca-Cola, number 1. Diet Coke, number 2. Pepsi's number 3. Number 4. Who? Diet Pepsi. Have you heard me say any name other than Coke and Pepsi so far? Those two companies have been kicking the absolute shit out of each other for the last 150 years. There is no number 3. Burger King wants to sell their breakfast on croissants. Duh. You don't have to have the first idea or the best idea. You just got to follow best practices and out-execute everybody. That's hard work. So who in this room has the best practices when it comes to study habits? How many of you have passports? How many of you have not used them? Okay, people from Canada are not allowed to raise their hand. Is there a Mr. Fisher here from Canada? Where is he? Bob, stand up. I'll ask you. Love your hairdo. Question. You're from Alberta, right? I am. You got the look. I'm on the board of directors of 2 companies in Canada. I want to make a point. You'll help me? Sure. Okay. Trudeau, former Prime Minister of Canada, said, being the United States neighbor is like sleeping with an elephant. Every time it moves in any direction, rolls over, passes gas, it has an impact on you. So, what is it you love about Americans, U.S. Americans, not North American Americans? Creativity. What do you hate about us?
When I'm traveling, we tend to be a bit noisy.
And arrogant. A little bit arrogant. See, you're being a kind gentleman. What do we like most about Canada? Skiing in Banff. Wayne Gretzky. Huh? I'll tell you something. Sit down. U.S. Americans are really ignorant about other cultures. All you young people in here, every summer, bribe mom and dad to send you to some different country. And don't go to Italy because the women are good looking. Don't go to France because you intend to drink. Don't go to Great Britain because they speak something that sounds like English. Go someplace where you can learn something. Go to Peru. Go to Ecuador. Go to China. Go to Indonesia. Get out of your comfort zone. Test yourself. Challenge yourself. Understand the value of culture. Okay, politically correct. How many of you value diversity? Who doesn't? That's easy. Who doesn't value diversity? What does diversity mean to you and why? Don't tell me. Tell yourself. Why do you value diversity and what is it? It's not complicated. It's understanding the richness of humanity, the richness of people, and discovering things you never knew before about other people so you can get smarter about how you're going to live the rest of your life. What country creates more garbage on a per capita basis in North America? Canada, the United States, or Mexico? Who? Don't be bashful. Speak up. What's the answer? United States, right? Wrong. I said per capita production of solid waste, garbage. It's Mexico. You know why? They don't have the infrastructure for refrigeration, food processing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When we peel potatoes in Idaho to make French fries for McDonald's, those potato skins are reprocessed and repurposed to become food for cattle or other animals. We have a very, very highly efficient food management and distribution system in the world. If you don't travel, you're not going to know those things. If you don't see how the rest of the world lives. You know one of the most important sources of innovation today? There's a doctor in India that's going from small village to small village to small villages to see what they're doing at a grassroots level to solve everyday problems and how those ideas can be commercialized for rural countries. How are you going to know that if you don't get out there and look at it? Young people, listen to me very carefully. Get out of your comfort zone. Get yourself a strategic plan for yourself and start thinking about the core values you want to express in that mission plan. My mission plan. I want to be the best father and grandfather I can possibly be. I want to live with honor and dignity and celebrate my fellow man, and I want to make gobs of money so I can help other people and not have to worry about the rest of my life. I have beliefs, values, and behaviors that support that. In my life, one of my beliefs is I believe in uncompromised safety for my fellow man. Now, the only time I breach that is when I speed or text while I'm driving. Bad idea. Values. Nobody ever steals a penny. If you're willing to steal a penny, you'll take two. If you'll take two, you'll take three. And if you take three, you'll take four. And if you lie once, you'll lie twice. If any of you ever lied, that's good, because if your hand's still down, you're lying right now. I discriminate, though. I have lies and fibs. I tell more fibs than lies. Don't ask me to define that because it'd be a waste of our time. Oh, by the way, my grandson Joshua graduated from Ohio State this spring. Largest graduating class in the history of Ohio State. 15,000 students with 90,000 people in the stands to watch it. Holy cow, is that going to be a problem? His high school graduating class was the largest high school graduating class in the history of America. He's got a 2-year jump on you cats. And every year that crowd's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't let life happen to you. Make it happen. I don't know how serious you are about your academic studies, but you better cram as much stuff in your brain as you possibly can. You better experience as many things as you possibly can. Don't be lazy. You work your butts off for the next 4 years if you have to. Get that master's degree. Become an expert at something. Because you're going to be competing with people that are coming to American universities that we won't let stay here. We're sending them back home to kick our asses later on. Better think about it.